Please note that Abington Heights High School is a tobacco-free facility both inside and out. Please remember social distancing and wear your masks above the nose at all times. LVHN is a proud sponsor of our sporting events here at Abington Heights School District. Please stand for the national anthem. Before we meet tonight's lineups, we'd like to say thank you to the Abington Heights News crew for broadcasting all of our home events this year. Now let's meet the Buckhorns of Wallenpaupack. 5'6" junior, number 2, Devin Hiesendal. 5'5" senior, number 10, McKenna Peak. 5'5" junior, number 15, Megan Desmond. 5'5" sophomore, number 31, Aviana Rosenthal. 5'9" sophomore, number 53, Grace Stephan. The Buckhorns are coached by Roy Gibbs and assisted this evening by Jim Kane. Now let's meet our Abington Heights Comets. 5'4" senior, number 4, Rachel McDonald. At 5'6", senior, number 11, Allison Murray. 5'10", senior, number 12, Claire Murray. 5'11", junior, number 24, Allison Daly. 5'9", junior, number 33, Anna Scoblin. The Comets are coached by Deanna Cleveland and assisted by Lauren Rogan and Kathy Guzzi.
Girls basketball, and our first broadcast of girls basketball.
I know, Dean, this is after 18 years of doing the University of Scranton games. This is a pleasure, and people probably wondering why we're doing this. Well, basically, people aren't allowed in the games except the parents, so we thought we would, add this to our repertoire, and plus the U hasn't started yet, so anybody who listens to the university games, now you have to listen to us. We apologize for that, but we'll try to do the best we can, and we're excited just to be back here doing games. Dean, I hate to see you, but I have to admit, I missed you, Dean. Usually by now we do 10, 12 games, and it's been a weird winter, but it's great to be here. So, Dean, I'll let your melodious tones start here before I screw it up. Go ahead. Wonder how many times when you miss a layup at one end, the other end, the team scores right on you. So that's not a good start for the Lady Comets. They had a wide open layup to start the game, but they'll be back. Yep. talk a little bit about the Lady Comets. What they want to do is they want to speed the game up. They have a lot of good overall team speed, a couple good shooters, and they want to move the game along either through pressing or from fast breaking, right? Because they don't want a half-court game. Because frankly, Abington's probably favored in this game. Wallenpaupack wants to slow the game up and create a half-court situation. The Lady Royals definitely want to speed the game up. Lady Comets look a little bit like a 3-2 matchup, trying to play man for man when the girls in their area, and then trying to match up. So we'll see if they continue that. Or last game they pressed a little bit, so let's see if they'll eventually Lady Comets pressure.
Rachel Nickon.
Knotted at 3, almost 2 minutes into the opening quarter. Rosenthal, who has the other 3 for Wallenpaupack, gave it up. Kiesendahl. Delsmith. Very deliberate against the Comet zone. In no hurry here.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were talking about earlier, Dean. The longer the game is close. Here we go. Here the Lady Comets breaking out. Claire Marion. Yep.
And back the other way. I know he's able to keep it in. Kiesendahl. And the ball goes back to the Comets. And we will have a timeout. First of the game called by Wallenpaupack. So 5:27 to go here in the opening quarter.
Not exactly WNBA highlights yet, but they'll warm up.
And Rosenthal for the Buckhorns.
Yeah, by the way, Kiesendahl, quite a good shooter. Last year she had around 25 threes. I think it was 25, 23, something like that last year over the course of the season. So it's definitely something that the Lady Comets have to keep an eye on. Devin on the perimeter. Junior guard forward, 5'6". For those of you who are listening from before, Wallenpaupack, it's actually a large lake, man-made lake, around 45 minutes from here. Having some technical difficulty here, so I apologize. We'll be right with you. Dean, I'm going to give you mine because I don't think people would much rather listen to you, so here you go. We get the mic fixed.
We're down to a single mic here, so McDonald for 3 is good. And 2 threes for Rachel McDonald. The Comets' lead is 6-3. Here's Kiesendahl. Inside for Steffen, but Steffen traveled before she got the ball. Comets lead by 3.
Check.
Yep. So again, watching the Lady Royals the first 2 games of the season, when they play fast, they look better. You know, and when they're in half court, it's a little sloppy for them early in the year. I think they really haven't gotten used to their sets yet. But when they get up and down the floor, they look pretty good. So we'll see if we can get that moving.
That's a deep 3 by Marion. That's off the mark, but an offensive rebound put back up and in.
Skoblik. Anna Skoblik.
Her first points of the game, and the Comets' lead is now 5. And that ball tapped out of bounds.
And if you saw Dane Deal, it was a 1-2-1-1 press. That's what they deployed last game against, let's see, who they played, Valley View. It's quite effective with Anna Skoblik on the top of the press because she has long arms and she deflects the ball, and then the Lady Royals get going in the open court. Lady Wells. I call them the Lady
You
Wells.
did. That's
Lady
one. That's a
That'll
dollar
happen.
in the jar.
That'll happen. That'll happen.
McDonald knocks it into the bench.
After 18 years of calling them Lady Wells, it's going to be wildly. At least it's Lady Comets. At least not
True.
too far off. Go ahead.
4 1/4 to play here in the opening first quarter of play. Comets lead is 8-3. Inside Stefan, a good catch, kicking it back out. Trying to utilize that high post to get him some open shots. Stefan, boy, kind of passed up possibly an open shot, but there's a 3 from the left side is no good. Stefan got the rebound back. Got it back to Rosenthal. Back outside, another deep 3. That's off the mark there by Desmond. And they got the offensive rebound again.
And when you have threes, you're going to have long rebounds. So the guards have to rebound when you when you have threes. And let's see if we can get that accomplished. There we
Here's
go.
Marion again, right down the middle and scores. Marion with her first points and a timeout called with 3:27 to play. A little run here by Abington Heights as they lead 10-3.
Yeah, but Claire Marion, who just scored that layup, she's averaged around 24 games. I think the first game she had 25, 26, last game 23, 24. So she gets her shots up. She is not shot. and so she's the leading scorer. And then last game, Anna Skoblik was the leading scorer. I think she had like 25. Skoblik again on the top of the press. She got a lot of steals and resulting layups from those. So those are the two scorers for the Lady Rolls. And then you have that 24 Dammer girl.
Yeah,
she's
might know a little bit about her.
Yeah, she has good genes. She has good genes on her mother's side. That's all I'm going to say about that. But and then McDonald makes open shots. So
and she's at 2-3. She's got 6 of Abington Heights' 10 points.
Yep.
6 for McDonald, 2 for Marion, and 2 for Skoblik. Meanwhile, Rosenthal has the only points for Wallenpaupack, and here comes the press again for the Comets.
Yeah, the 1-3-1-1 with the two girls with the biggest arms in the middle. Yep, there's one.
Tip there, getting it over. Pete got it over. Rosenthal in the corner. And now we'll finally unleash the 3. Left open there was Desmond. Finally pulled the trigger, but came up empty. And here's Marion. To Murray. Oh, right through the wickets of Dammer. Now back out, saved it to Murray. Murray then lost it, and it will stay with the Comets as we're just under 3 minutes to play in the quarter. Comets lead 10-3. As Murray will run the show here for the Comets. Man-to-man, Wallenpaupack's changed it up.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 threes by McDonald might have done some little give and go inside, and it's a layup there by Marion on a great pass from Skoblik. Oh, and the ball batted right back to Pete, and that results in an open 3, but unable to convert. And the Comets come away with it again. McDonald jumper, no good, and got her own rebound, and she put it up and will go to the line.
As soon as a lot of reasons to press, Dean, and I think people realize it's not just to steal the ball and to force a turnover, but it's also to speed the game up. Because if you think you have better players, over the course of a game, you want more possessions. And that's, I think, Coach Klingman is thinking about that. If they sit back in the zone the whole game and Paupack can shorten the game, that's not a good thing. So, again, I like it. Speed the game up when you have better players. Usually works.
Stefan picked up the personal for Wallenpaupack, and almost another turnover there as Murray got her hands on that one. Foul was on Stefan, and McDonald made a pair of foul shots, so that brings her game total to 8 of the Comets' 14 coming from the senior point guard.
Yep. Down from Misericordia, Division III school, pretty close to here. She'll be bringing her jump shot to Misericordia.
Here's Stefan, and she could not hang on, and here's McDonald. McDonald puts it up with the right hand and draws a foul. And she will go to the line again.
Probably the smallest player on the court.
Yeah.
Right now, taking it too. What was it? Lady Buckhorns? Is that the name?
Buckhorns of Wallenpaupack.
Is it Lady Buckhorns or just Buckhorns?
That is open for discussion, likely.
Yeah. Buckhorn, I would think, would be a male species, so I'd have to discuss with my political correct colleagues what we should be saying for that. But I'll just leave it at that.
Two more foul shots. McDonald 4 of 4 from the line, and she now has 10 points. First substitution comes off Wallenpaupack's bench. And that is Haley Kakaval. And McDonald all the way to the basket, could not convert. And Kiesendahl with the rebound for Wallenpaupack. 90 seconds to play in the quarter. Kakaval in the lane, had her shot blocked by Dammer, put it up again and drew a foul. So a foul shooting opportunity here for Haley Kakaval.
First foul on Allison.
Dammer picks up the first foul for the Comets. Kakaval at the line. Makes the first foul shot for the Buckhorns. One out of two, and the ball off the hands of Marion. So Wallenpaupack will keep it with 1:24 to play.
Now, if I remember last year, they played twice, and I think the Lady Comets prevailed both times. So it's been a while since Paupack. Nice shot.
Rosenthal again. She made the other three earlier in the quarter. And then stepping over the end line, there was Marion. Yep. Unforced error there, and Wallenpaupack has the ball back again. Trying to get back into this one now, trailing by 9. Getting inside, Kakaval again, muscled one up and in. Check that, that was Desmet who put it up and in. Now all of a sudden it's 16-9, 5 straight by the Buckhorns. Little give and go, Dammer inside. Oh, got fouled, no call, put it back up, missed it. And the rebound by Kiesendahl. Here's Pete as we're under a minute to play. Here's Desmet. Got it out, Kakaval, but blocked there by Dammer. And then she lost it inside and then blocked it again. There's Murray back the other way in the final 30 seconds. McDonald driving his Skoblik up with a left hand and scores.
Nice lefty move.
Skoblik with 4. Final 10 seconds to play. Oh, getting free inside, but Kakaval didn't realize how open she was. Inside, taken away. 3 seconds. Can she beat the clock? Pull-up jumper just short as the quarter comes to an end, but a good one for the Comets. After one, Abington Heights 18 and Wallenpaupack 9.
Yeah, considering that there were 2 or 3 possessions of quite length, by Wallenpaupack, that's a good number of points.
Yeah.
You're talking, if we extrapolate it to the game, it's,
yes.
It's close to 80 points, so we're in good shape.
So we head to the second quarter of action. Rachel McDonald, the spark plug for the Comets. She had 2 threes and 4 for 4 from the line. So she had 10 of the Comets' 18 points. Claire Marion with 4 and Anna Skoblik with 4. Meanwhile, for Wallenpaupack, Livonia Rosenthal had 6, a couple of threes. Megan Desmet a basket, and Haley Kakaval 1 of 2 from the line for Wallenpaupack's 9 points.
Both games, the Lady Comets had 70, both first game and the second.
Did they really?
Game. So they're getting out and going. So this will be over 70 if you, again, extrapolate over 4 quarters.
Getting free is Kiesendahl. Back out to Pete. Pete's 3 is off the mark, and Marion clears. Marion driving to the hoop, laid it up and couldn't finish, but the offensive rebound is no good. Skoblik had it but lost it. And the baseline jumper by McDonald is good. And McDonald now 12 of the Comets' 20. Abington Heights victorious in the JV game as well earlier today that you saw here. Open pass inside to Kakoval. She put it up, but was stymied there by Skoblik. And the Comets come away with it. Skoblik driving into the lane. Back out for Marion. Marion, tough step back three, yes.
Play, Marion.
Marion with 7.
Yep. Claire's really worked hard on her outside shot.
Oh, a loose ball tipped into the backcourt and
Another
stolen by
deflection.
the
Here we go.
Comets.
Yep. Lady Comets pressure. Here we go.
Driving in and fouled on the way to the hoop was Marion.
She's relentless going to the basket,
She is.
boy. Yep. Yeah, Wallenpaupack, Frank looks a little outmatched right now. So another timeout, third timeout by
Roy Gibbs, the head coach.
yeah, Coach Gibbs. Third timeout already he's called. They're trying to hold down the wave here.
The foul is on Rosenthal, and that is significant because that is her second foul. And she's
Now-
the one that has 2 threes in the game.
Somebody stopped by and said, fortunately, they haven't been able to hear me too well, Dean, but
That's
that's
loud.
good. That's
That's
good.
probably
That's
good.
I have to be maybe a little louder, but or maybe somebody turned my sound down on purpose. Some smart little young man in the phone in the booth over there.
But no, the crew here.
Ben
L&D.
McNaughton, by the way, Ben McNaughton and his crew.
Yes,
Well,
doing a
he's my
great
neighbor,
job.
Ben.
Is he really?
Yeah, I know him since he was born, so it's really cool. He's taking care of our tech.
Very
And there's a
nice,
couple other
doing a-
guys. I should know their names. I'll
Great.
get them at halftime.
Great crew, allowing us to kind of tap in here. And
Again, this is just an extra thing that we thought, because nobody can go to the game except the parents, and there's a lot of Lady Comet fans out there that enjoy the game. I'm going to say the game gets any more of a blowout. I might have to start
You're
talking about
launching the stories and stuff,
Yeah,
aren't
get
you?
into stories and people
Oh,
who'd be
boy.
at the game, like Dr. Henses, for example.
there you go. Second one by Marion is good. Marion has 8, and the Comets' lead now is 24-9. Opening minutes here of the second quarter. Oh, an errant pass by Kiesendahl leads to a turnover. And Kakoval back in for Wallenpaupack. Comets yet to make a
No,
one substitution.
Yep. Notari is in
Zale-
for Dammer, and Zaleski
So
is
that's
in
Zaleski.
for. Is in Zaleski's for. Let's see. Oh, from Murray. Zaleski
Oh,
for Murray, right?
Gotcha. Foul in the backcourt on the Comets.
Yes, and Madison Zaleski, freshman.
And she picks up her first foul of the game. That is just the second team foul on the
Lauren
Comets.
Notari, a sophomore.
So Desmond breaks the pressure. Oh, Desmond took a hard fall. Appears to be okay. There's Kiesendahl. Down the screen, lobbed it inside. Oh, tough pass, but a nice one. Back out to Steffen. Driving, putting one over the rim. No good by Desmond. And here comes Zaleski to McDonald. Quick
Again.
trigger of a 3, and it's good.
She's on fire.
Third 3 by McDonald.
And a steal by Skoblik, missed layup, but Wallenpaupack got it back.
15 for McDonald. 3 to answer by Kiesendahl. Comes up empty. Leaking out is McDonald, and she will lay it in.
Rachel McDonald.
McDonald has 7 already here in the quarter, and the lead now has ballooned to 20. Kiesendahl, couldn't handle the pass, and a unforced error and a turnover. And that will get Emily McDonald into the game for the first time. Freshman also
Yeah.
into the game.
Emily, I think she's related to Rachel, but I'm not sure. Must be, right? You would
Well,
think.
she passed it to her, so
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
they're on speaking terms then, at least, I guess. No,
Another
Here's
one by
McDonald
Rachel.
for 3 again. This one missed long, and Stefan the rebound for Wallenpaupack.
Rachel McDonald asserting herself.
She is. She has 3 threes in the game. There's a 3 by Desmond is off the mark, but she got her own rebound. Kiesendahl on a drive, tripped up but traveled. And the ball will go back over to the Comets as Murray will check back into the game for the Comets.
It's one of those games you're thinking, okay, you know, you don't want it to be close, but at the same time you want to get a workout in, you know, because
Yeah.
it's early in the year. You need some time here.
Long 2 is good by Marion, and Marion has a 6-point quarter.
Yep.
She's in the double figures with 10.
Claire will be playing next year at Dickinson,
Okay.
a Division III school, a little ways away from here.
By Harrisburg, I believe.
Step down that way.
And a foul on the way. Megan Desmond will go to the line. Looking for her 3rd and 4th points of the game as drew the foul on Emily McDonald.
Rachel's out after her. Got to give her a little rest. Her arm's tired after a prolific start. Let's see, 3, 6, 9, 11, 15 points already. Still halfway through the second quarter.
2 for 2 for Desmond. She's got 4. 31-11. Comets comfortably in front. Going back to the zone, but they try to get to the high post, and unable to finish that time was Marion. And the Buckhorns come away with it. Kiesendahl all the way to the basket, laid it in. Devin Kiesendahl with her first points of the game, and that will draw a timeout.
Media timeout. I didn't know we had media timeouts. Do we have commercials? Did somebody sponsor this?
No.
I think that was a media timeout.
Did they call that after a made basket? Usually it's the first whistle
I know.
after
Well,
4 minutes. But
I didn't even know we had media timeouts. If I would have known that, I would have got more material.
forget what, yeah. Believe me, we need all the material we can get.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get into stories. We're gonna have to get
31-13.
into stories early at this point. But you know, Wallenpaupack's playing hard. Coach Gibbs he's still coaching. He's instructing them, and you know, it's early in the year. A lot of games left. And Paupack, like you said, I think we started on this story that it's around 45 minutes away. It's one of the biggest man-made lakes in Pennsylvania. It's probably the biggest in Pennsylvania.
Wallenpaupack facts here.
Yeah,
That's all I know.
It's a beautiful, beautiful
It
place.
is. It's a
if I had
beautiful-
real money, that's where I would live. It's beautiful. Man. The lake is spectacular. And a lot of people from New York, New Jersey come up and they get summer homes there and things. And but it's probably the furthest team away we play is Wallenpaupack. No, maybe Delaware Valley, maybe a little bit. They're in New York even, right?
Just about.
Right on the
Close
border.
as you can get.
Right on the border. So those are the two teams. We have to travel an hour and a half to play some of these teams, which is, whoa.
Deep 3 there by Marion is off the mark. And
Pennsylvania, so sometimes you have to go a little bit.
yep. Pete got the rebound for Wallenpaupack. Ooh, passed inside, nearly went in, but deflected, and Marion grabbed it. Head to Murray. Murray open for 3,
Nice.
and that one rattles home.
Allison Murray.
First points for the senior, Allison Murray.
Now they're playing man pressure, just getting up and getting in Wallenpaupack's grill here. They took the zone press off.
Yep. So Pete to Kiesendahl. Kakoval got tied up, but wrestled it away, and then an errant pass stolen by Zaleski and a long lead out. Put it up and scoring.
Notari, Lauren Notari.
Her first points of the game. As we approach 2.5 to go, Kiesendahl had her shot partially blocked there. And here
Another
comes
breakout.
Marion. Marion right down the lane in a collision and an offensive foul as Steffen took the charge. Nicely done there by Grace Steffen.
Some
She had
subs
the
into
book
the
on
game.
Marion coming in down the middle of the lane, and Steffen
Yeah,
did her homework there, and
she's not
rightfully
stopping.
stepped
Yeah,
in front.
yeah, Claire's not stopping unless you stop her because she just tenacious to the basket.
Steffen did it. First foul on Marion. It's the 4th on the team. Team fouls are even at 4. Yeah, wholesale substitutions for the Comets. Here's Desmet. Back out for Pete. Back inside. Stefan got free, couldn't finish, and McDonald comes away with it for the Comets. Skoblick for three, yes!
And Skoblick.
Skoblick has 7 and a steal in the backcourt. Skoblick on the right side missed it long. Dammer got the rebound, put it up and scored.
Allison Dammer.
First points for Allison Dammer. As we approach 2 minutes to play. Stefan tried to get it to Kiesendahl. Back for Desmet. In the corner. Rosenthal's three is long. And here comes Skoblick. Tried to get it to Dammer, but broken up nicely there by Rosenthal. 1:38 to play in the quarter.
Now, there were games last year that they didn't score 40 in a game, Dean. I mean, it's clear that Coach Klingman has said, you know, we're going to get out, we're going to go, and we're going to use our athleticism, and it's working.
It is. In the lane, hooked it up with the right hand. No good there by Skoblick. And here comes Kiesendahl. For Desmet as we approach a minute to play in the first half. Cross-court Rosenthal. On the baseline. Starting to move the ball here. Driving in with a lefty layup. No good by Desmet. And the Comets with the rebound. McDonald, quick three or quick long two is good. McDonald.
Not a bad half for her.
9 in the quarter.
Well, she better get him now because I don't think he's going to be in the fourth quarter. Well, I hope not anyway.
No.
It's be a game where the freshmen get in.
3 on the right side, missed it long. And here comes Skoblick. McDonald. Back to Skoblick. To Murray and see if the Comets look for one shot. Dammer to Skoblick in the lane, hooked it up and missed it, but got her own rebound and scored.
And Skoblick.
Skoblick with 9. Final seconds to play here. See if Wallenpaupack, a long three that was a little off the mark and a little quick.
They have the mercy rule now in girls basketball, you know.
Do they?
Yes, they do, where I think it's 30 points 30? In the fourth quarter. They don't stop the clock. So I have a feeling we're going to be using that mercy rule at some point soon.
That'll do it for the first half of play. After one half, Abington Heights 45 and Wallenpaupack 13. We'll add up the scoring, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes or so, run down the scoring, and give you the third quarter of action here from Abington Heights High School.
On the stats?
Yeah, we got for Wallenpaupack, they were led by Vonia Rosenthal. She had 2 3-pointers in the game, the only 2 threes of the game. She had 6. Megan Desmond with 4. Devin Kiesendahl with 2. And Haley Cacavel with a point for Wallenpaupack's 13. For Abington Heights, they were led by Rachel McDonald. She had 2 big quarters, 10 in the 10 in the first and 9 in the second for 19. Claire Marion with 10. Anna Skoblik with 9. Allison Murray with 3. Allison Dammer with 2. And Lauren Nateri with 2 as well, as the Comets had a 27-point second quarter.
Wow. That's explosive. Like I said, they scored 70 points each of the last 2 games.
Yeah.
And I think that's good news, because the last year, like I said, there was games they didn't get out of the 40s, 30s, and it was laborious, I think, to say the least. But I think this year they're a little faster as a team speed, and they have a little more depth. Some of the freshmen have really developed quickly, sophomores. So and they're experienced. They still got 1, 2, 3 seniors starting. So
Yeah.
I mean, they miss Tully and.
Sure.
Let's see. There was another. Oh boy, that's terrible. I'll think of her name. Yeah. Erin Albright. Erin
Yes.
Albright. Yes,
Albright. 2
excellent seniors that graduated and now playing in college.
So we start the third quarter of play. Comets in the white, Wallenpaupack in the blue. Quick move to the basket and a layup for Skoblik to start the quarter.
Nice set play by Coach Danzig. Coach Klingman.
That's another.
That's two.
Another dollar in the tip jar.
Yeah, 2 Royals that I
references.
Royal references. I'm sure there'll be more by the end of the day, but this is the first non-Royal game that we've done, Dean, in 18 years.
True.
I think I get some
Been a while.
dispensation for that.
Here's Rosenthal trying to get to the high post to Steffen, but she's been covered up there by Skoblik. There's a near steal and a jump ball as Marion tied her.
Lady rolls
up.
back to the 3-2, pretty flat 3-2 zone. They match up if the ball goes towards the basket. Match. Oh,
Steffen got free and
block.
she couldn't convert.
Yeah, nice block.
Murray, same starting 5 that started the game for the Comets. Skoblik trying to go high lob. The Dammer did. Fought one up between a double team, but couldn't finish.
Gotta finish.
And
Skinny
here
girl,
comes
gotta
Kiesenthal.
finish. Gotta lift. Gotta lift weights.
I'm sure that's been said more than once.
Yeah. She's been working on it, but gotta get more. Gotta get stronger.
Here's Kiesenthal. There's the Rosenthal. Back out. Desmond. Very deliberate offense here by Wallenpaupack. Got it inside to Steffen, and she draws a foul. I think they had it defended well, but Marion, I think, got her on the reach.
On the reach, yep. It's one of those games you wish you had a shot clock.
Second foul on Marion, first on the team, and that will send Grace Steffen to the line, looking for her first points of the evening, and have them.
Yep. Wallenpaupack can make every free throw here because want the girls to get their points. You know, everybody wants to score.
Yep.
You work hard all week, want to score.
1 of 2 from the line. Wallenpaupack 4 of 6 from the charity stripe so far in the game. A little give and go, and it's good there by Marion.
Lady Comets getting what they want right now. Question is now, how long do you keep your starters in? Because you do have a big game on Friday. Biggest game of the year, frankly, on Friday against Scranton Prep. Scranton Prep has 2. Well, we'll talk more about it maybe in the fourth quarter. I will focus a little bit more here, but in the fourth quarter, we'll talk about the big game coming up on Friday.
They also have, I believe, the pink game coming up as well. There's Steffen in the post again, but could not convert. And Dammer the rebound. Murray and the Comets leading comfortably here, middle stages of the third quarter. Dammer. Back out. Skoblik step back with her foot on the line is no good. Stefan a strong rebound for the Buckhorns. Here's Pete. Back to Desmond. Inside and knocked out of bounds. There's Marion, knocked it into the Wallenpaupack benches. Kakaval comes back into the game.
Reminds me of when you have scrimmages before the season and there's only like 10 people,
Couple people
in
in
the
the
gym.
building,
Couple
yeah.
people. That's
Couple
what it
people in
feels
the
like.
gym,
It's just an odd feeling, and
Yep.
it's not what we're used to. Usually we get nice crowds at home, but we'll all be back soon. Before you know it, we hope.
We're getting
we
there,
hope,
yeah.
We're getting closer. Everybody's got to be careful. We want to thank our administrators and our faculty and our staff here for getting us going, at least for this. I mean, it's some teams that
Yeah.
aren't playing at all in some places, so
Yeah.
we're grateful just to be able to play.
It's tough. Kakaval draws a double team and is fouled by Marion, and really the only bad thing that she's done is picked up her third foul.
Another timeout by Coach
And
Gibbs.
Nope, that's your immediate
TV
timeout.
timeout.
Yeah.
Wow. We must
Or-
be selling some advertisements, or what are we
No,
doing
I
over
think
there?
I believe it is built into the schedule.
So now it might be time. This is when Phil Rizzuto saw us saying hello to people. Did you remember
Oh,
Phil Rizzuto?
Oh, yeah.
Those of you who are from New Jersey listening, and there
And
are
anybody
people from New Jersey listening, I guarantee. And watching. And
That's
yeah,
the only way
watching.
they can listen to it is watches.
That's
but-
right. That's right. So
And under the age of 45.
yes, yeah. Well, now you're showing my age, Dean. That's ageism. You're being an ageist.
True.
Yeah. But no.
Well, you bring up Phil Rizzuto.
Speaking of ageism, so Phil Rizzuto used to write about now. Well, by now he'd be on the George Washington
That's true.
Bridge.
He'd be halfway
gone.
home.
He'd be gone. But he used to thank people for bringing him cannolis, and then thank people for give people's birthdays. So we want to. There's a lot of people that are listening, and
Which,
we
speaking of
appreciate it.
birthdays, Coach
Speak-
Klingman.
Oh, Deanna Klingman.
Deanna Klingman's birthday.
Is it really, Coach?
Yes.
We might have to sing "Happy Birthday." Happy birthday!
Oh,
hey,
geez.
if Marilyn Monroe can do it, I can do it.
Wow. Quite lofty
Goals.
company there.
Yeah. Whoa.
Drive in there and muscling one up there was Desmond, but could not convert. And Marion the rebound. And Dammer
Oh.
inside. Couldn't finish.
Oh no.
Oh, and she's a little gimpy, but appears
Yeah.
to be okay.
Yeah.
Still trying to get down the court. Kakaval put it up, and she couldn't score. And time has been called, and
Yeah, she
checking on.
coming off a sprained ankle, so she's still
So
not really 100%.
she's-
So
she assured the bench
you
that
could tell the way she shot that layup. She's not in good shape. Now, it used to go on 100%. She hasn't gone 100%.
Yeah.
Yesterday was the first day, really. She went 100%, and since she hurt herself, so got to get in shape. After you get hurt, you got to get in shape.
And that'll bring in Lauren Noteri in for Allison Dammer. As we approach 2.5 to go in the third.
Like how she ran down the floor, just didn't like how she completed the play. But one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Got to get healthy.
Easendall, Stefan a little too tall
Nice,
for her.
nice.
And it's taken there by
Lauren Notari, which is doing a nice
All
job.
right.
A sophomore comes in, spells Dammer off the bench. Nice. Oh,
Marion, a little floater along the lane, no good. Got it back and
back.
drew a foul. And that will send Marion to the line with 12 points so far tonight. 1 of 2 from the line.
you got to get them now because I would think and hope with a game in 48 hours that Coach Klingman's not going to play the starters. Maybe start out the fourth quarter for a minute or two, but you would think by the
In and out,
6-minute
no
mark
good.
of the fourth quarter, the starters will be done.
Jump ball there as Terry tied up, and the arrow will favor the Comets.
And it's a running clock already, so maybe
so,
maybe there's
yeah.
a 30-point
Second
running
half.
clock. Yep.
Quick 3 off the inbound, and another one for McDonald. And that
She
is her
shoot? Can she-
4th 3
can
of the
she
game. She
shoot or
has
what?
22. We're under 90 seconds to play, and McDonald makes the steal. Comets now will set things up here as we reach the final minute. Corner 3 is off the mark. And the rebound run down by Pete for Wallenpaupack. Here's Desmond, a long 3.
Nice.
Oh, got a kind bounce there.
Yep.
Megan Desmond with 7. Third three-pointer hit by the Buckhorns as we approach 30 seconds to play in the third. Oh, Skobler couldn't handle it and threw it into the...
Threw it to the birthday girl.
Threw it to Deanna Klingman. Unfortunately, she does not have any eligibility remaining.
Good thing for Wallenpaupack, because we know Coach Klingman was an All-American.
Good play. Deep 3 off the mark there by Kiesendahl, and that will do it for the third quarter of play. After 3, Comets 53 and the Buckhorns 17.
Okay, so now you have a value decision. You coached, Coach Klingman. Do you play your starters at all in the fourth quarter? Let them play for a minute or two just to, get some exercise, or do you sit them out? Now,
Is today Wednesday? What is today?
Wednesday.
Wednesday, and you've got what coming up next? Friday?
Scranton Prep
on Friday.
And as I mentioned, Scranton Prep is the best team in the region.
Here?
No, it's at Prep.
Prep.
At
Okay.
Scranton Prep. Scranton team is the best team in the region by far. Man, when I say that, because I shouldn't say by
To
far.
beat Dunmore, right?
Yeah, to beat Dunmore. Dunmore has also
Very good.
two Division I players.
Yes.
There's 4 or 5 Division I players, and 2 of them and 4 of them are on 2 teams, Dunmore and Scranton Prep. Scranton Prep, very good, and it's the rival game. Scranton Prep
Sure.
Abington's always a rival
Always
game. So
in any sport.
yep, Friday it's at Prep, so we will not be on the radio. They would never let us in Prep to do the radio, but. Okay, so Coach Klingman has chosen to put the starters in for the first couple minutes. Now, again, I think, no, it's not wrong, but you just hope nobody tweaks an ankle or something like that.
Yep. And a tip and a version McDonald on a nice pass.
Great
and
pass.
McDonald continues to add to her total, 24 for Rachel McDonald.
I just love how they're getting out on the break and creating shots for themselves, not relying on the half-court stuff. It's just beautiful to see.
Oh, nice move inside. Stefan got free and scored. Nice job moving the ball there by Wallenpaupack. And
very nice.
Stefan has 3 of the 19. Nicely ball movement. Oh, and they left McDonald open again. That time came up empty.
She's human.
2 open.
Now, what you want to do is, if you're going to play up 40 or whatever, at least you should be productive and work on something, right? Because you don't want to waste your time here and get sloppy.
Yep.
That's more of a problem.
Wallenpaupack is already, you see a little bit more movement of the ball here.
Yeah,
Here's
that's
a
good.
3, and that is
Get
good,
in there. Good in there.
by Desmond. Desmond has 2 threes,
Megan
and
Desmond.
she's in the double figure. She has 10 of Wallenpaupack's 22. Marion driving in and scores. Marion with 15.
And they do have a running clock now in girls' high school. When it gets to, I think it's 30 points. It's a running clock. So we'll be out of here in no time. The only problem is there's no place to go.
The ball.
I mean, Dean, there's no local establishments.
They've closed all of your local establishments.
Yeah, I have to go home and have an adult beverage by myself. But we will.
Word has gotten out on you, too, as well. I don't know if you're allowed in any of those
That's
anymore.
True. Oh, Dean, that hurts.
I don't know.
That hurts. True, but it hurts.
Here's Rosenthal for 3. Comes up empty.
Yeah. So, again, let's talk a little bit about Friday. Scranton Prep, again, the best team in the region. So, Lady Comets have to play well. And so, hopefully, they're going to work on some things they maybe can use in that game. Oh,
Here's Skoblick with the right hand off the rim. No good. And the rebound comes down to Wallenpaupack. McKenna Pete with it for the
might
Buckhorns.
have to do a rendition of Happy Birthday for Coach Klingman. What do you think? Pretty soon? And if
Oof.
it's 34 points, if it hits the 40, that's how about,
Oh, getting free is Steffen, and she scores again.
let's see, 30.
Steffen has 5.
Yeah, if it gets to 40, she gets a Happy Birthday song. How about that? It's only 30.
Speak
33.
for yourself.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not happy about my singing, but I think she deserves it if we get to 40.
Marion couldn't convert. And coming away with it is Desmond.
I like Desmond. She's spunky.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they've gotten the ball inside to Steffen as well, and Steffen's been able to convert. A little bit more movement against the zone. That helps. Oh, nice feed inside, and could not convert this time. Well, and here comes Marion flying down the court and scoring. Marion with 17.
It's time. Empty the bench.
Here comes, Coach Klingman's going to go to the third row of the stands because that's where all the extra
Freshmen,
players are sitting.
sophomores. This is a game where you want to get your freshmen, sophomores some time. There we go.
Inside, and 3 new players come in for the Comets. McDonald, Skoblick, and Murray's day is done. Oh, Skoblick stayed in.
Yep.
Inside, Steffen got free again and scored. Well, Grace Steffen's had a good second half. All 7 of her points coming in the second half of play. Skoblick. This is Notary. Back to Marin. Notary just inside the arc comes up short. And the ball goes over to Wallenpaupack, and with that, a timeout on the floor.
So is it time now to say hello to relatives? Dean, what do you think? Is that appropriate, saying hello to relatives? Is that appropriate in
Your
high school?
relatives?
Yes.
Oh,
I have relatives
sure.
and friends from all over the country. This is a multi-media event.
Nationwide.
Nationwide.
Wow.
I think we have people
then-
from Virginia, from...
Then again, we're sitting
From
next
New
to the
York.
cardboard cutout of the mascot.
Here we go.
I forget the mascot's name.
There we
But
go. Maybe our guy at the on the camera can show us the mascot. Can you see it? Can you show us the mascot?
we got a cardboard. We got
He
some
is
cardboard
amazing.
cutouts up here of
Cardboard
various
cutouts.
people.
Yeah, I'm going to bring it over and show him. There we go.
You
Here's the
can you can
mascot.
take the
Yeah, it's a mascot. There we go. 35-point game. You got to do something. There you go.
59-36 with 3:35 to play again.
Oh, and I have to say hello to one person. My favorite mother-in-law.
Oh, you
My
might
favorite-
have to.
You have
Yeah,
to
you
say
gotta
hello to
do
your
that one.
mother-in-law. So, favorite mother-in-law, Eileen Solzbach from
give you that
Jersey
one.
City, New Jersey.
Jersey City,
Best
New Jersey.
mother-in-law in the world.
Wallenpaupack goes to work. Oh, tried to get to Steffen again, but that time knocked away. And Marion and Skoblick, I believe, are the only starters still out
Yeah,
there.
and I'm praying for no ankle tweaks or anything, any problems here, because this is
Step back, long 2 is off the mark, and a tie-up. And the arrow will favor the Comets as we approach 3 minutes to play here in this one.
33 points. So, if Coach Dean Klingman, if you want happy birthday, you better get moving. He needs 7. Oh, there we go.
Skoblick tried, but could not. And a quick outlet here to Kiesendahl. Desmond on a
pass.
drive,
Good
got it
pass.
inside. Kakoval got double-teamed. And then the pass was stolen away, and here comes Marion again. Marion driving in and couldn't convert, but got it back and scored.
Player Marion.
Marion with 19.
Yeah, see, this is the difference between girls and boys basketball. Like, if you were, I hate to say it, but if you were coaching boys and you had your leading scorer in with 40 points left in a 2-point game, 2-minute game, that would not be a good thing.
No.
But with women's basketball, they get away with stuff like
Comets have called a timeout, and I think they have done so to get 2 more players
Good. Yep,
in.
yep.
So That
Skoblick
will
and
have
Marion will be out. Yep.
clear the bench as with 2:14 remaining in this one. I believe the pink game is coming up the week
that's
after
right. Yeah, next
with
week.
North Pocono.
Next week, I think Monday.
At North Pocono,
At
I
North
believe.
Pocono. The pink game is a game that we raise money for cancer.
Breast cancer research
Cancer
for
research.
how many years now?
Oh,
It's
boy,
been
fantastic.
quite
Yeah.
a bit.
Now,
Used to have it with Scranton Prep, and then at North Pocono kind of took it over as
we'll be
to-
at North Pocono.
it will be at North Pocono this year.
And I just want you to know, people who want to watch more of these games, if you are totally bored for the winter, every
Yes.
team we play is putting the
I
game
think
on.
every team is
yeah,
online,
is
right?
putting it online.
Ooh, a steal in the backcourt there. That's Desmet. And got it to Stefan, who scored.
Nice.
Stefan has 8 points here in the fourth quarter.
I like Stefan. She's
She
tough.
has done well.
Yep.
As we approach 2 minutes to play. Jumper off the mark there by Zaleski.
Yeah. Maddie Zaleski, not shy.
Three by Desmet. Couldn't finish, couldn't convert.
Yep. Run some of your stuff here so your second team can get some practice.
Yep.
Here goes Maddie
Zaleski
again. Here he goes.
There
Nice.
she hits it.
If I could shoot like her, I wouldn't be shy either.
First points for
Freshman. Maddie
Madison.
Zaleski.
Madison Zaleski.
90 seconds remaining.
Father's a
In this
baseball
one.
coach, I believe, at Abington.
Sounds
Heights.
familiar?
Coached the state championship team
Yes.
some years ago now. It's probably 10, but
no good. As we approach a minute to play in this one.
a lot of people here have ever been to the gym. A lot of banners, a lot of academic success at Abington Heights, especially in track.
Yes.
The women's track team has not lost in 10 years in a dual meet, something like that, something ridiculous. I'm
It
not
is a
exaggerating.
lofty, no, it's a lofty record.
Yeah, something like 77 in a row or something.
Kankavel got inside and scored. Haley Kankavel with 3 points. And we're in the final 35 seconds of this one.
State championships in baseball in 09, basketball
in 18.
in 18, state championship. Here we go,
Driving
41.
in and drawing a
Is that
foul.
Houlihan? Nope. Yep, Peyton Houlihan gets foul going to the basket.
And she will have a chance to get into the scoring column here.
5'10" freshman.
Comes up empty on the
Take
first
your time,
one.
Peyton. Take your time. There you go.
Makes 1 out of 2.
There you go.
Final arithmetic, the only thing in doubt here for this one
Yeah,
is
the
we're in
running
the final.
clock saved us on this one, Dean. And it
Final
running
20
clock also
seconds.
saved people from listening to more stories. So
Any more
we
of
should be
us
grateful
that
for
they
the
should
running
be.
clock.
Yes.
34 points here. I guess you're not going to get happy birthday, Coach Klingman. I was if you got to 40, I would have done
To the
it for you.
delightment of many, I'm sure.
I would have done my best, Marilyn Monroe.
Getting it in, and that will do it.
64, Wallenpaupack
64-30, the final score. Let's see if I can get the final totals here and the final scoring of this one before we leave.
Well, Dean, thank you for taking the time to do this. It was something we really appreciate you helping us out with this. People that couldn't be here, I'm sure, appreciate it. And I don't know, I think there's going to be fans allowed in February, I think. So we might not have to
who
do this
knows,
again,
yeah.
but maybe we will if we can fit it in our schedule. But the Lady Royals and the Man Royal, the Scranton Royals will be
Yes.
starting pretty soon, and we're going to be
In a
doing
week
those
or two,
games.
yes.
So
Here's a look at the scoring for Wallenpaupack. Megan Desmet led the Buckhorns with 10. Grace Steffen with 9, 8 of those in the fourth quarter. Avonia Rosenthal with 6. Haley Kankavel with 3. Devin Kiesendahl with 2 for Wallenpaupack's 30 points. For the Comets, they were led by Rachel McDonald. 19 of her game-high 24 came in the first half, including 4 3-pointers. Claire Marion with 19. Anna Skoblick with 11 to lead 3 Comets in double figures. Allison Murray with 3. 2 each for Madison Zaleski, Allison Dammer, Lauren Nateri, and a point for Peyton Houlihan for the Comets, 64 points.
Dean, thank you again for taking the time. I know you have a real job and a real life. Thanks to your wife for letting you go out and play with me. And thanks everybody listening. And we may be back again depending on the big situations, whether we're allowed to go to the game. So
and seeing how many complaints that Randy Handy and our athletic director has received during the course of this game.
I can't account for complaints for the color commentary. We can't account for that. That's up to Randy. But thank you again, Dean, and we'll see you around the hood.
Final score: Abington Heights 64, Wallenpaupack 30. For Harry Damer, this is Dean Corwin. So long from Abington Heights High School.
This broadcast is made possible in part by the Abington Heights Educational Improvement Organization, supporting broadcast education in the Abington Heights School District since 2008.